Who is Hayek? I'm a Nobel Prize-winning economist. I'm not an agronomist. I'm from Austria-Hungary. Look me up in the goddamn dictionary. I went to the University of Vienna and then two doctorates in economics. I was only 19 at the time I first attended. I won a prize in 1974 for economics, which helps revive the Austrian school. I advocate classical liberalism, not free market capitalism. I'm able to interweave social and political philosophy, psychology, economics, law, and science into my work. I have a great understanding of people and how people think and shape our economic and political conditions in personal and government levels. My theory. I had a genius economic theory. I created the business cycle while eating my curry. The business cycle is the irregular up and down movements in an economic activity, measured by fluctuations in the real GDP and other macroeconomic variables. The business cycle is my greatest contribution to economics. I believe in the same theory as Adam Smith. People's actions are remarkably coincidental with the free market or price systems. I believe that a disturbance in money, such as an increase in the money stock, will bring a reduction of interest rates to below the equilibrium price. This would stimulate investments in capital, reallocate resources from production of consumer goods to practice the production of capital goods. That would increase the price of capital goods and decrease the consumption of those goods. The price change the structure of production. The longer time component of capital leads to overinvestment in longer methods of production that ruins the coordination of plans between consumers and producers, between the savers and the investors. I believe artificially low interest rates cause malinvestments. That's artificially high investments. This causes a bust, which I think is healthy and necessary. But to avoid busts, we need to avoid the booms that cause them. If you leave the market alone, eventually the economy will hit its PPF, its 100% efficiency point zone. Its PPF is 100% efficiency point zone. I view economic systems as organic, like living organisms in which there are stocks and flows that tend to produce good health, effective operation, healing processes, automatically seeking correction and resolution of imbalances and anxiety. Long-term investments are more sensitive than short-term investments to interest rates. My theory. Some characteristics of monetarism are: the economy is inherently stable, markets work well when left to themselves like a table. Government intervention can oftentimes destabilize things more than help. Laissez-faire is often the best advice. The Fed should be bound to fix rules in conducting monetary policy. They shouldn't have discretion in conducting policy. They could make the economy spicy. The fiscal policy is often bad policy. A small role for the government is a good policy. Why you should vote for me? Yo. Just because Keynesians have won the debate pattern become involved doesn't mean everything is solved. Obviously, Keynes' way is not working because we're currently in an economic downturn. If Keynes has been the style that the economy has been running on, well, if Keynes is the style that the economy has been running on, it obviously has not been working. I believe that's a sign that the world should try something new. I believe in political freedom, economic freedom, freedom for enterprise, freedom for state control. Something different, something Hayek. Something different, something Hayek. Something Hayek. Monetary control of money, supply to keep inflation low. Too much money chasing too few goes a hole. High inflation slows down economic growth due to low investment rates. Also reduces purchasing power of money it takes, becomes more costly to live. Prices increase, but income stays the same to give. Now, some negative points about Keynesian. It focused on the short run. In the long run, we are all dead. In the long run, we are all dead. It's not evidence-based on what he said. In the long run, we are all dead. It's not evidence-based on what he said, because in the long run, we are all dead. Too much power to the state and leads to socialism. If I was president, I would make sure there's less government control. How? I would have less government intervention, even if it's not time for a bad intention. If the government has too much control, it can lead to many problems. One problem of this is with the taxes. To a certain extent, it's definitely necessary. Without taxes, the government will get nowhere. However, with a strong government that controls a lot, the level of taxes could rise greatly. With high taxes, it means with less money for consumers, therefore less money in the economy. To have the government control, less growth. The theory of laissez-faire. This means the government has a hands-off policy. I will control the money supply to keep inflation low. How? I will make sure the Federal Reserve controls the amount of money a bank holds in its reserve in relation to all the money it has lent out. By controlling how much money is in the system, it will regulate the prices of products. I will make sure they don't become too expensive. I will also keep interest rates low, so that it's more affordable for people to borrow money when they need it for homes, cars, or education. I would like to enforce a policy that will make sure that interest rates won't become too low, so it won't lead to consequences like asset bubbles. I will also conduct a fixed money supply rule. How? To keep the growth rate of the money supply fixed at a rate that is equal to the real growth rate of money over time. This will serve to accommodate increasing real GDP without causing inflation or deflation. I'm Frederick Hayek, and I approve this message.